Hello, I'm Tokenlad, and welcome back to Crystal Cities. You may be wondering why my tone and attitude have altered. That is because I am joined today by the special guest, Alcohol, who has helped me get through such atrocities before and will continue to help me again, not only today, but in the future. I'm going to be rapid-firing some episodes here until I'm pretty much out of alcohol. I've got a few cold ones with me. It's very lovely since it's boiling hot in my apartment. Fucking, I think it's 38, which is 90? I don't know. It's 38 or 39. It's 90 Fahrenheit. I don't know what the fuck that translates to. Pretty sure it's 38 or 39. Point is, it's fucking hot. So I'm gonna be drinking some cold ones and playing a stupid game, aided by alcohol. The rule is I'm going to take a sip of this here drink every time I feel like sighing heavily at the idiocy of what I see before me. Am I a prisoner? Will my wishes be ignored? Who cares? Submitting to such a beauty. Oh look, drinking time. Isn't that bad? Plus, who said our wishes wouldn't be the same? I'd let you take me to the edge of the world, mademoiselle. House rule. I'm only allowed one drink per screen, so none of this multiple lines bullshit. But the walk wasn't that long. In a few steps we stopped by a bench on which I was carefully seated. Meanwhile, my Gestapo girl stepped over the lamppost, bent down, and pressed something and started talking. I wasn't listening. I'm gonna ignore the Gestapo bit, because I mean, the uniform is kind of Nazi-ish, but at the same time, that's the artist's decision. I really don't get why they made that decision, either. Why you gotta bring the Third Reich into your weird dating sim? I was staring at her incredible legs, and what was above them. That would be the rest of her. In this pose, the uniform miniskirt didn't leave anything to the imagination. A couple more seconds, and I really would be in need of a doctor. In order to distract myself, I still couldn't look away. I started trying to guess why the taxi call buttons were made so low. What? Why the taxi call buttons were made so low? Maybe it's so children could reach them, but then why not make separate panel for them below? Who is my sudden... Oh, she's calling a taxi, but there's like a console on the ground that you have to push the button of. I don't know why it's down there. And who's my sudden sexy uniformed helper anyway? A historical movie actress? I mean, that's just stupid, but I'm not sighing terribly. Because I've sort of started... I haven't had a lot to eat today, so this might hit me quicker. Sort of started to get in the mindset of this guy, which is, he's a fucking moron. Judging by her outfit and lack of modesty, the only movie she could be in is porn. Classy. Plus, her manner of speech doesn't coincide with the sort of character either. It reminds me of a robot. The girl returned to me looking concerned. Citizen, your cardiac rate is exponentially increasing. I strongly suggest you calm down. How am I supposed to do that? Everything she suggests exceptionally strongly. So dominant. My eyes fell on the girl's breath. Hey, drink! And I calmed down rather quickly, really. What's there to worry about? You know, I was thinking, like, I could do one episode and not burn through a bottle, and I thought that might be a little silly. This shit's half gone, and I'm 3 minutes in. I got 5 more bottles of this stuff to go through. What's there to worry about, even if she's a robot? She doesn't look like a red-eyed killing machine. She doesn't crush human skulls with a metal heel or shoot rebels with a laser gun. Well, not that you know of. On the contrary, she bent towards me, carefully touching my arm, and looked in the eyes with concern. So she's not wearing panties, she just forgot to put them on. Yes, she also dyed her pubes rainbowy, according to you. She was in so much of a hurry she forgot to download her upgrade and put on Drink! She has no reason to be ashamed anyway. She's a robot. Or maybe it's just how people dress here. I turned my head and tried to get a better look at the passers-by. Surely enough, they were lean, well-built, attractive men and women walking the streets in rather revealing clothing, but we couldn't afford to show you that. One of the girls wasn't even wearing clothes. What? Nothing more than tattoos on bare skin, or is that body art? Could be printed leotard? Can't really tell from here. Fashion. They're just more free with this kind of stuff. Looks like this really is the future. Actually, an interesting plot point. That, our sense of shame and need to cover up goes away in the future, which Again, interesting enough point. You're doing a crap job explaining it by focusing on her rainbow feathery pubes. Even back in my time, young people try to act like they're porn movie extras who dream of being the lead role. No, they don't. Meanwhile, the girl calmed down, and so did my pulse. I really am a lucky dog. Since there's shameless beauties roaming the street, since even the robots are cute, since I'm no longer a four-eyed freak, but a normal, hearty young man. Since I'm surrounded by high technology in a fantastic city, I'm not even going to bother finding out how I got here. He is awfully accepting. I wouldn't want to scare away my good fortune and ruin everything. Then again, I'll have to, for the exact same reason. I wouldn't want to accidentally go home. I like it better here. Alright. A noiseless taxi pulled over, almost identical to the one I rode in earlier. My considerate Gestapo girl, what an oxymoron, ducked and dove into the vehicle first. Oops. Okay, I double-clicked there. This time, I shamelessly checked out her pretty legs and everything above them, but I kept hands to myself and resisted spanking her. Oh, drink! Look at that! I was wondering where you were. It had been 3 minutes. She may be a robot, but she's a nice and caring girl as well. Moreover, she strongly reminded me of someone, though I couldn't remember who it was. If it's anyone related to you, I'm finishing a whole bottle. Glad to welcome you on board, citizens. I flinched and checked the seat in front of me. Sure enough, there was no one in the cabin but us. It was the car that was talking. I wonder why the one that brought me in seat didn't say anything. Only sighed if I didn't imagine that. Probably because it knows who you are. You fucking creep. Good day to you. How are you doing? Is your carburetor running fine? Are you avoiding flat tires? How long has it been since your last oil change? That's a lot of questions to rapid fire, bro. An uncomfortable pause filled the air, then the car burst out laughing so suddenly it made me flinch again. I have never been mistaken for an autopilot. This is great. My friends will die when they hear this one. Is it that bad? Your job is so boring that there's nothing better to tell? Oh no, not at all. No boredom. There's always something interesting happening in vehicles. Oh! Are they like remotely controlled by people at consoles or something? Because that's actually kind of spiffy if it is. Not a bad idea. I was once a high-ranking officer on my shift who had too much to drink and threw up right where you're sitting. Great. Banged my head on the glass ceiling, even their cars are transparent, and fell back. Oh, come on, we replaced the seats in the cabin lining? This is virtually a different car now. Another time there would have been an athlete who seduced triplets. It's kind of cramped in here, but they managed. Oh. As long as that doesn't get elaborated on. It's actually kind of funny, an athlete who seduced triplets. Just in the back of the stupid car. Voice fell silent as if expecting something, but I failed to understand what. Don't you want to know who they were? Someone already told you these rumors. If that's the case, how much did they charge? Perhaps I should reconsider my price list. Gossiping cars! You know what, this episode's off to a more promising start than the last 3. I was dumbfounded, so the taxi driver here isn't here to drive, but to gather and sell slime. This isn't a taxi, it's a tabloid stall. Perhaps you're interested in other subjects. The invisible man just wouldn't stop. And I was growing to quietly despise the gossip monger. Is he riding with a Garda, yet not engaging in sexual intercourse with her? May I assume you are not interested in the technical, that you are only interested in the technical side of her? Oh, look, alcohol. A whole 8 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm done with this first bottle. You'll have to excuse me while I get up and get another one. I'm keeping them chilled in my fridge. I can reach my fridge with my headphones still on. I have no idea how that sounds, but bear with me. Whew boy. I am a 6th done with the alcohol I bought. And it's not even halfway through the first episode. That does not bode well for my wallet or sobriety the longer this series goes on. Sorry, I'm fiddling with my bottle opener. It's on a pocket knife. There we go. It's all bloody hot in here. Nice cool drink. And yet not engaging in... Or perhaps you like science in general, and you must find out that the Corps of Searchers made yet another discovery. They isolated the group of genes responsible for levitation. Information is not yet confirmed by official sources, that's why I was able to purchase it for distribution. People will be able to fly, imagine that, though it may turn out to be as aggressive as the last test subjects then. Wouldn't that put you out of business, car? And they'll join them in their cell. Ha 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 ha. Have you heard the new joke? A telepath, a teleporter, and a seer are sitting in a prison cell. The teleporter asks the others, "How'd you guys get caught?" "I was moving things around in my sleep. My neighbor saw me and rattled me out," the telepath said, and punched someone in the face for thinking bad about him. Oh, the telepath said they punched someone in the face for thinking bad about him. And the seer says no one ever caught him, but he saw the future and he was sitting in a cell with a telepath and teleporter. So he had to go and turn himself in. No one can escape fate. Meanwhile, I was getting more and more annoyed, even clenched fists. So I love robots, but don't screw them in cabs for some reason, right? And you, bastard, are losing money because of it. This place probably even has video surveillance. I can watch the drunk official puking. Wouldn't that be himself? Never mind. Or the triplets having intercourse with the athlete and groaning because the cabin is so tight. They expanded on it! Alcohol! Ah, good stuff. Those of you wondering what I'm drinking, I couldn't be bothered to run out to the hard liquor store. So I'm just drinking some screwdrivers I picked up at a 7-Eleven. 6% alcohol, so... Not bad. Haven't had a lot to eat, but it's bloody hot, so we'll see how drunk I get. If I don't get drunk enough for my taste, I'll run out and get some nice rum. Good old-fashioned... Hard to go down the first time, but damn does it get the job done rum. You would have loved to film me screwing the nice electronic girl that so conveniently didn't put on panties. Hey, look, drink. The girl's gentle palm lightly squeezed my hand. I glanced at her, expecting she would strongly suggest me to reduce my cardiac rate. But all the artificial beauty did was slightly shake her head, as if to say, "Don't, no need to get involved with this freak." She's right, I can't even smash his face in, there's no face. So I tried to relax. I unclenched my fists, uncurled my palm, and lightly squeezed the girl's hand in return. Meaning everything's fine, I got your message, a faint smile appeared on our lips. We've reached the destination point. Oh, have you been driving this whole time? Would you like to pay for some part of the information you received from me? You wish? Now the voice sounded extremely sad, but continued anyway. Would you like to evaluate the quality of service during your trip? It's best for you if I don't. Taxi raced off as soon as we left, doors closed, and the car was already on its way. I'm not sure whether this is the way they do things here, or the gossiper got worried about his reputation. I prefer to think it was the latter. So if she is a robot, my mood switched polarity once again. I was overwhelmed with delight, feeling like a little boy who just got on a radio-controlled helicopter. So, let me get this straight. This is a society where robots dressed like Gestapo agents, by your own admission, Gestapo agents, take care of people they see in the street and can just be picked up to have sex with randomly in the back of a cab. Right. We have beautiful cities of glass and concrete in our world, and in our time we even have driverless cars, but androids who can't be told from humans. Unbelievable. Back in the cards, if she switched from robot to human mode and acted like a completely real girl. Even now I'm still holding her soft warm palm, squeezing her thin delicate fingers. Getting dangerously close. Girl flung the glass door open for me and gestured for me to enter. I looked back and realized that she wasn't going to go on any further. I thought I felt myself suffocate. I'm freaking Spider-Man. Yeah, sure. I have excellent eyesight and powerful muscles. This body can't have asthma. Wait, we haven't even gotten acquainted. What's your name? You're weird. Asking a... drink. So good for a hot day. You're asking a Moe 1421 escort module. Its name wouldn't even cross anyone else's mind. We don't have names. People call us Gardas. That's actually a common name, but I won't mind becoming a proper one. What? The module number won't mean anything to you. You'll probably never meet again. Meet me again, you mean? Garda, alright, let it be Garda. What did you mean by saying... Citizen, you have been delivered to the Crystal City Central Clinic. Here will be provided with medical services and required assistance. If you have any more questions, I strongly suggest using the terminal. Have a nice day. Toodles. I think I understood what Garda meant. A nearly human personality gave way to a rather simple machine intelligence, the module. Once again, if there were a mere robot in front of me, a mere robot, it sure didn't take me long to get used to the world of the future. Yeah, funny that. Breathtakingly high-tech android was now a mere robot for me. What's more is that I've let the existence of telepaths, teleporters, and clairvoyance go completely past me. Or it's a joke. He said that as a joke. I started to think this I'm starting to like this world more and more. I'll just have to ignore the gossipy cab drivers. And I suppose there's nothing for me at the hospital. The headache's nearly gone, so let's go out and study this brave new world. The door decided to ruin my plans and failed to budge. It was all glass, transparent, and had no visible locking mechanisms. I'm just picturing him bashing into the door. Despite that, it was somehow locked. But the Garda opened it so easily. Then again, she's a robot. I wouldn't be surprised if she can bend rails and chew iron nails, too. I imagine the android girl wearing a chef's hat and an apron while standing by the stove stir-frying nails. I'm gonna take a drink just because it made me picture that. Funny, but this is clearly no subject for me to think about. What should I do now? The doors won't let me out. I'm going to be medically treated whether I like it or not, but I'm not sick. Who can I explain that to? The floating head, of course! I faced away from the door and almost shrieked. There was a disembodied human head hanging in the air. And again, it took me only a second to realize it was a hologram. The intelligent-looking old man was eyeing me with interest. I returned the favor and started staring at him, his head to be exact. The body below was absolutely see-through. Old man, well, not exactly old, definitely looked over 40, maybe even 50. I wouldn't say 40. Well, I wouldn't say 50, I'd say in his 40s. I wouldn't say much over 40 is what I meant. Anyway, to me that seemed old. You're a fuck. Hello, mon cher. I've disabled the door. It's not becoming of you to be roaming the city with a bomb like that. Good health to you, mon cher. I shouldn't have said that. Coming from him, mon cher sounded better. In my case, it sounded inappropriately unceremonious. Wow, I got it right. Too late now. This isn't on... Why the hyphen? Online message where you can fix and erase anything you haven't sent yet. Suppose not. For example, you could have fixed and erased this game before you sent it. At least I managed to say it with a dash of sarcasm, as in, how dare you call me dear? We've never even met before, or have we? Do we know each other? You and I don't think so. Shall we continue our conversation in the office, mon cher? Selena will lead you there. Oh, great. Sorry. Getting the alcohol shakes. It's kicking in. The wall in front of me started moving. Suddenly suppressed the urge to shriek and didn't even wince this time. Stop being such a drama queen, it's embarrassing. This whole game's embarrassing. Only now do I notice a girl standing in front of white plastic wearing all white with white hair and extremely pale skin. There it was. Hey, Red Eyes, what's up? You're on the cover of this fucking game. Where would I base my thumbnail off of? She turned to face me and I saw her red-colored eyes. That's the wrong red. She's albino. That just means pale. It doesn't mean red eyes. Jesus Christ. Though her lashes and eyebrows aren't white, they must be makeup. Yeah, sure. Only albinos have red eyes. Nope, and I'm not saying no albinos have red eyes, but come on. They don't all have red eyes. That's stupid. Also, I'm pretty sure that's just an anime thing. I could be wrong. But I've known albinos. They don't all have red eyes. Surely they're scientific. Shout out to you, Athena. You'll never see this, but you were a cool person. Surely their scientific research could come up with something even worse. What? Nah, she's probably albino. Let's not complicate things. Anime authors love making characters like her. References alcohol. That's 2 bottles. I'm gonna hope I don't need to grab another one, since there's only like a minute left. Usually such frail, pale, red-eyed girls behave like that. Okay, where's the alcohol? Fucking that took 1 line! 1 line! Are you goddamn kidding me? What's wrong with you? Fucking, I don't even know if you can hear me while I'm speaking into my goddamn refrigerator, but holy shit! 1 line! Pop that sucker, ignore the stomach upsetness, and take a fucking drink. Usually, such frail, pale, red-eyed girls behave like they're autistic, too. Is that right? Tell me more, game. Holy fuck. Girl didn't make any eye contact. Her frowning gaze was directed at somewhere on the side and a bit upwards. Yes, it would. She seems like she's looking at the hologram. She She sighed and replied to my greeting without taking time to stop staring into vacancy. An autistic albino, are you kidding me? I'm not drinking again. Redundant. Am I in a Chinese porn cartoon? I mean anime, of course. You mean Japanese, then. It's an old joke back from the previous century, it seems. It's not. I made this joke in the presence of an otaku I used to know. He didn't appreciate the humor, got offended, and we never spoke again since. Wow. First of all, why did I need to know that? Secondly, if you got offended, it's because you mixed up Chinese and Japanese, which is a perfectly understandable thing to get offended about. They're two clearly distinct people. Third, that's a really sensitive otaku if he missed both of those factors and just decided not to talk to you because he didn't like your stupid fucking joke. He probably stopped talking to you because you're a ponce. Alright, lead the way, paper girl. Just don't stop or I'll lose you in the white background again. Alright. A little less than 2.5 bottles. And I need to be done. I'm gonna get like 2 episodes out of this. Fuck me. Ass clown, shrewd negotiators, you know what to do. I love you guys.